not con.
And
No,
and it's very King, and it's very important that we look at who we are in the Most High first over everything. Because you came in this world by yourself, you're gonna leave in this world. It's good to have a partner, or in this world. It's good to have a companion in this world. It's great to have a companion, man, one woman, man. If you're single, it's good to have that your personal relationship with the Most High. It's very, very important. No matter what nobody say, no matter what nobody do, if you step right standing with the Most High, he have you covered. Got you covered, rooted, grounded. No matter what they do, how they try to kick up against you, how they try to come, snake you out, do this and that, cutthroat, backstab. None of that stuff works. It's not gonna work when you're upright and rooted in the Most High. You got to that's our defense. Yahawah is our defense. We just read it out of Romans. Um, you know, uh, 8:34. Who is he that condemneth? Question mark. It is Christ that died. That's the only one that could. Yea, rather that is that is risen again. The Most High was risen out the grave. He was dead for 3 days. The promises of the Most High rose him up. He stood on the promises of the Most High. The Most High gonna raise me up in 3 days. And we had the right hand of the throne of the Most High, given all power. We stand on that as the saints of the Most High, the elect. We are the elect. I don't care what somebody say about me or say against me. I stand on God's word. And that's all we got to stand on. And don't let the world trouble you. Don't let people trouble you. Stand on the Most High's word and follow that out to a science, to a T. Be all right. A woman complaining against her husband. If a woman is complaining against her husband and they grounded and rooted together in his truth, there's a wedge there. Somebody don't understand something. Somebody's not honoring and respecting something. And a lot of women out here in the world, whether they say they believe it or not, they love simps. They love suckers. I call them sucker simps. They do whatever their wife tell them to do. They're not 100% standing 10 toes down with their wife, with the Most High in His word and truth. Or the woman will honor, respect. If she love him and honor the Most High, she will honor and love, respect the rule of her husband. There's no wiggle room with that. There's no kickback. When you tell your child to do something, if you do it, or you're gonna see this leather belt, or you're gonna get punished, or you're gonna get hemmed up, you're gonna get jacked up. No child can tell their parents what to do. That's not the order. That's not divine order. No wife can tell her husband what to do. No husband can tell Yahawah what to do. Yahawah can't tell Yahawah what to do. You better fall in line and get yourself right with the Most High. This could be a whole lesson. But I'm just dropping facts. I'm dropping knowledge. I'm in the spirit. I'm moving. That's how I'm moving. But I just want to bring that out. I just want to stamp that. So I don't,
mm,
me as an individual personally, I don't worry about the troubles of the world. The world has its own troubles. I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm worried about today. He's concerned about today. Get through the day. Be okay. Be happy. When I lay down and rest, thank the Most High. Before I lay down, thank the Most High when I wake up, and take on what the day has uh, for me. Most High order my foot. I trust the Most High order my footsteps. Every step, not I order my footsteps every day, all day, 24/7, 365 days, but every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year. I think a person walk like that, move like that, they'd be okay. That's it. I just want to, address that, put that out there. And that's from
con.
one verse. That's from one verse that Albion brought out that we had to figure out through Hebrew that Rob got, and that's where it took us to the scriptures, to real life things that happen in our lives.
So lucky. I got a nice little story in I guess you can kind of story in the apocrypha again. When you finish, I gotta I'm just go through like just maybe two or three precepts, and then I'm gonna jump into that story, show y'all something.
Well, I'll tell you, I knew RQ was always going to bring it back to the law, always keeping the commandments, because that's what he's always teaching. And that's what the scriptures teach. So there was a verse that I had in mind, if I may, real quickly, and everybody knows this verse, Joshua 1 and 8, because he started out with Job, was that 34 and 29, right? I had already turned the page. It says, this is the book of the law. Excuse me, Salakia. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. That's that quiet that was spoken of in Job, is the Most High taking care of you as long as you're doing His will. So you can expect the opposite when you're not. I yield.
Come. And kind of cute, man. You always bring out some good stuff, man. Everybody bring out some good stuff, And I know sometimes I Rob don't try to come on the mic so much, but I mean it's definitely good when you bring out them words of wisdom up. It's always good to
Come,
learn from the elders. Definitely,
come.
you know, it's gonna be this I say I'm gonna jump through these few scriptures and I'm gonna go through this story and just to show because we talking about the Most High judgment, the Most High giving you peace, and the Most High giving you bringing troubles to you. And a lot of time when you look in the scripture, when the Most High brings out a judgment, it always says that it's a good thing. It's meat. It's good. The punishment is fitted for the person that's committing the sins. And in modern society, we look at it as a bad thing, like, oh, this is a terrible God. No, the Most High is just like a parent, man, and he's our Father. That's why in the prayers we always reference when we say Abba Nawa, we saying our Father. We reverence the Most High that way. He's going to discipline us if we're going off. All right. Sister Nadai, if you don't mind, I got a few things I want you to read, and I got this story for you.
Come.
Uh, all right. So we're gonna start out in the book of Isaiah. Uh, let me see. Let's go to Isaiah 43, and it should be verse. What verse is that? Let me go to 43 first, see if I can just find it. I think it's verse 3.
Isaiah 43 and 3.
Hold on, let me double check that. It's 13 Slucky, verse 13. I see it.
43 and 13.
Con.
Okay. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah, the 43rd chapter, verse 13. Yea, before the day was I am he, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it?
Con. Con. This is also another verse to land me back on what you brought out in Job, Q. When the Most High putting the work in, like, what can you do against the Most High? Can't nobody deliver you out of his hand. You don't listen, you reap the consequences. You get the judgment, you get the punishment to come on you. That's why I think it's even in Psalms, I think it's in Psalms, I think that's Psalms 142, where it says, it mentions that the other nation don't understand. They don't know the Most High's judgments. They don't know his law, statutes, commandments, and his judgment. Just paraphrase. So us as Israel, we should know better, man. I mean, especially now we coming back. We got the scriptures. It's no more in the darkness for us. We in the light right now. We gotta stay focused and follow these scriptures. All right, I'm gonna jump over to Genesis. Let's get Genesis 38.
Mhm.
38 and verse 9. It'll be verse
Okay.
9 and 10.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just go up just a few verses. Uh, all right, started we started verse 7.
And read to
And
10.
kind
Okay, this is the book of Genesis, the beginning, chapter 38, verse 7. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him.
of Most High took him out. Being wicked, took him out.
Verse 8. And Judah said unto Onan, go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. And
Keep going.
Onan knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass, when he went in unto his brother's wife, that he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother. And the thing which he did displeased the Lord, wherefore he slew him also.
All right there, sis. So in the law, it's a law. You have you got a brother. Your brother's married. He dies. He don't have no children. You're supposed to take your brother's wife as your wife and have it raise a child up. But the first child, anyway, is supposed to be in honor of your brother. You know, Onan knew that the seed wasn't going to be of him. So before that moment, he just spilled the seed on the floor. You know, oh, you call it the pullout game. He
I got a
played that.
question.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm listening to what you're saying. And the seed is not going to be of him, but this the brother went into his wife. Um, that seed is that seed is coming from him though. So
It now
how?
it now it is. It's a representation of you
Mm-hmm.
having a child in honor of your brother's passing. You know, because the brother wouldn't have any heirs. So that's the way that, hey, this child would be like, if she has a son, this child would be an heir to your brother, still of your family, still of your nation, but it'd be a heir of your brother, not classified as your child.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like in a way when you look at where Abraham had a child with Hagar,
Mm-hmm.
Ishmael. The purpose of that was for Ishmael to create the Arab nation, to start off
Mm-hmm.
another nation. And then if you read through the scriptures with Abraham, it only referenced Isaac as being his son
Mm-hmm.
until he had other children later. But it was mainly Isaac was his son. When the Most High said, "Take thy son, thine only son," he
Mm-hmm.
didn't even include Ishmael in that. So it
Right,
wasn't
right.
honor.
He chose. That's because what he chose. That's what he wanted. Right.
Huh,
This
Okay.
that's the way the Most High wanted it.
Salak,
Okay.
Huh. Go
this
ahead,
would be
Admiral.
like the law of kinsmen, we would
Hmm.
say, or uh, where we see this in the law as well. The law would be Deuteronomy 25, verse 5, right,
Hold
where
on.
it
Let
talks.
me grab it.
Okay,
Let me get that up because I gotta.
because this is a law. So if your your um your brother doesn't have any kids, you are to take his wife, right?
Hmm.
And his first child would be his,
Come,
and any other children after that will be your own children. It's
exactly.
basically
Come,
raising up an heir, to continue his father, even though it's still coming out of the son. It
Mm-hmm.
is representative of the brother
Right.
that passed away.
come,
Yeah. I mean,
come.
I understand what the Most High says, but you
Yeah,
understand how hard that is for
I
people
know.
for this time we living in.
Yeah.
People not going for that one.
Yeah,
That's why we
so
got to get out our feelings. We got to do what the Father
Mm-hmm.
say. Get out our feelings. Don't be emotional about it.
yeah, see right here in Deuteronomy 25 and 5, it says, if thy brethren dwell together, and one of them die and have no child, the wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger, her husband's brother, shall go into her and take her to him to wife and perform the duty of an husband's brother unto her. And it shall be that the firstborn which she beareth shall succeed in the brother, in the name of the brother, Salakia, which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel. So Onan, he got put to death because that would be hating. He hated his brother, because he didn't want to raise a seed up in his brother's name, right? And we're not to hate. We're supposed to love the children of Israel, our brothers and sisters, our neighbors of Israel, right? So that's why you see this is the law of near kin, where uh, this brother, like he had to do a duty and he had to take up uh, for his brother that has passed and raise up a child in his stead so that his name would not be put out of Israel. And then I think it goes on, and it says, verse 7, and if the man like not to take his brother's wife, then let his brother's wife go up unto the gate unto the elders and say, my husband's brother refuseth to raise up unto his brother a name in Israel. He will not perform the duty of a husband's brother. Right? This also happened in Ruth, the story of Ruth, because Ruth's husband passed away, but she decided to dwell with the mother-in-law in her land, right? Verse 8, then the elders of the city shall come in, shall call him and speak unto him. And if he stand to it and say, I like not to take her, verse 9, then shall his brother's wife come unto him in the presence of the elders and loose his shoe from off his foot and spit in his face and shall answer and say, so shall it be done unto the man that will not build up his brother's house. So to do something like that is to hate your own brother. So this would be something admirable to do. And it's not to, just because I liked my brother's wife, or anything like that.
Maybe he didn't like her. He
Yeah,
didn't want to do it.
but
Hey, you see what that got him
That's
though.
very
Look at the
difficult.
fact.
You see
It's
what
very
Look at the
difficult.
that got
fact
him.
that he did the deed and didn't want to plant the seed. I know, rhyming, funny, but he went in there and performed the act,
But he
did not.
He didn't plan on the child coming from it. Okay, right.
You're not gonna do it. Don't even go in there and do the act.
Yeah.
Take the slap in the face and everything else, because everyone's already gonna look at you cross, right?
Yep.
But
And this is
again, that's just the law of God that we have
Right,
to
right.
accept.
and this is the whole story in the book of Ruth. And when you get to, I think it's like the 4th or 5th chapter, you read this happening.
That's it's kind of worldly in a sense, because some men, they may go after their brother's wife, and then they don't plan on, it would be the worst thing if she gets pregnant. But then I'm looking at that is reading this, that's your it could be looked at as a punishment because you shouldn't have been doing it. But and reading this story, it's okay,
And
with this story.
hmm
But people, because we don't know the Bible, the way we should, we thinking that that's dirty. When you go on to your brother's wife.
yeah, yep,
But
a widow.
again, it's the
You
law
should
of
look at
God.
all the women in the world. You got to choose that one. That's the way we thinking.
hmm
So it's
But it
very
is dirt.
interesting.
Salaki, it is dirty if he doing it and he, like you say, he not knowing this word, this truth. And he's doing it like, okay, doing it and with a wrong mindset. Like I always say, if you're doing anything outside of the will of the Most High, it's an evil mindset. And then when the Most High did give the brother consent, he went into the wife, but he spilled his seed on the ground. He's like, he's like, you're like, oh, you're going to have your way with her, but then you don't go perform what was supposed to be performed to put your seed in her. You put your seed on the ground. That's like, that's a terrible thing. And a lot of men don't know
Treated
that.
like, oh,
They don't have knowledge of that. They might be with a woman that they desire or whatever, and he not giving her the seed of that, and it really showed me the wickedness of the world that we live in outside of the Most High. When we inside this truth and we walking in it, the Most High has his word to cover everything, every little thing. And a lot of us don't have, it's unfortunate Israel don't have knowledge, wisdom, understanding of it. They're doing it their own way. And that will make the person crooked or make the person perverse because they don't know this truth. They think they doing something, but the Most High sees everything. Everything is being written. Everything is being spelled out.